Hey, what's up guys? Today, I'm going to be showing you some simple uses of the TEF form. Now, if you don't know how to actually make the TEF form, you could check out my last video on that. I'll put a link in the description. But in this video, we're just going to be going over some simple uses that you could essentially start using right after watching this video. It's extremely useful. It can help you create pretty complex sentences. So let's get started. The first use is linking two phrases together. For example, テレビを見て電気を消す or テレビを見て電気を消します。See how the 見て miru is in the TEF form 見て it links テレビを見る and 電気を消します。I will watch TV and then I will turn off the lights. The next use of the TEF form is enduring states, and you create that by adding the TEF form plus iru, teiru, or deiru, depending on which verb it is. For example, 私は朝ごはんを食べている or 私は朝ごはんを食べています. I am eating breakfast. The enduring state is essentially ing. I am doing something at this moment. However, a quick word of advice. For directional verbs such as akairu, to return, or iku, to go, it takes on sort of a different form. So, for example, in this sentence here, もう家に帰っている or もう家に帰っています. It doesn't mean I am returning home. It means I am already home. Same thing with the next sentence here. 日本に行っている. It doesn't mean I am currently going to Japan. It doesn't mean I'm on a flight to Japan. It means I am in Japan. It's just sort of a quirk of the language where teiru doesn't necessarily mean am doing something. It's kind of the same thing as kekkon shiteiru. It doesn't mean I am currently getting married. Usually it takes on I am married. So just a couple more examples. Tabeteiru. Oh, and here actually. In sort of informal speech, you can get rid of the I, the E. So, 食べている will turn into 食べてる. 食べています will turn into 食べてます. See how just the I is extracted? Usually you'll see this in like dialogue. 読んでいる turns into 読んでる. 読んでいます turns into 読んでます. I think you get the point. So the next use of the TEF form is resultant states. And you form that by adding the TEF form plus aru, te aru, or de aru. 準備はもうしてあるよ means the preparations are already done. It's done for the sake of something else. 明日の弁当はもう作ってある. Tomorrow's bento has already been made. The next form, and actually these two forms, there's kind of a blurry line between them, as they kind of have a similar meaning, and you'll really get the hang of it just by reading a bunch of Japanese or listening to it. You'll get like the nuance, but really the nuance is kind of hard to explain. So the next form is preparation for the future, which is TEF form plus oku. And this says toku, we'll go over that in just a few seconds. 朝ごはんを作っておく. Make the bento, but it's in advance for the future. You're doing it, you're making preparations to do something for the sake of something that happens in the future. As I said, it's kind of similar to tearu. I mean, the nuances are like kind of very slight, but you'll get the hang of it. Now, going to here, why does it say toku? Well, the reason is because in most instances, usually in informal speech, teoku is shortened to toku. So, like you'll see it in parentheses here. Instead of 朝ごはんを作っておく, I'm sorry, 朝ごはんを作っておく, 弁当を作っとく. Instead of 作っておく, 作っとく. So you'll see the toku, and like that happened to me in the beginning. I kept seeing toku, and I was like, oh, what does that mean? I can't actually find this in the dictionary, but really it's just a shortened way of saying teoku. The next use of the te form is asking someone to do something. You'll see this a lot. In fact, you might actually know this already. It's so common in the language. It's the te form plus kudasai. これを見てください. Please look at this. 説明を読んでください. Please read the explanation. Yeah, you probably know this already. It's extremely common. Even people who aren't learning Japanese and just like watch anime or whatever, they'll probably get an understanding of what this means. So that one's pretty simple. The next one means even if. So it's the te form plus mo. 本を読んでも私は覚えない. Even if I read the book, I will not remember. 読んでも even if I read. 電話をかけても返事しない. Even if you call my phone, I will not answer. Pretty straightforward again. The next use, asking or giving permission to do something. The te form plus もういい. 私の友達の家に行ってもいいですか? Can I go to my friend's house? That's asking permission to do something. And then this next sentence, 私の友達の家に行ってもいいです. It's just getting rid of the ka, making it a declarative sentence. So it's saying, I can go to my friend's house, instead of saying, can I go to my friend's house? Pretty simple. The next use is saying that you cannot do something, which is the te form plus wa ikenai, or wa ikimasen. 走ってはいけない. 走ってはいけません. You cannot run. 私のパソコンを作ってはいけない. You cannot use my computer. Again, these two are pretty straightforward. Giving something a try is the next use of the te form. And you create that by putting the te form plus the verb 見る. 小説を読んでみる or 小説を読んでみます. I will give reading a novel a try. If you just put 小説を読んで, it's like I will read this novel. But if it's 小説を読んでみる, I will give reading this novel, I will give it a try. I will try my best to do it. Next form means you did something by accident. It's a te form plus しまう. 私のルームメイトの牛乳を飲んでしまった. I accidentally drank my roommate's milk. And actually, you'll see this a lot in speech, like mostly in anime, where it's like, shimatta. It's like, basically means like, oh crap, I didn't mean for this to happen. The next form is apologizing for something. So it's the te form plus すみません. 牛乳を飲んですみません. I'm sorry for drinking the milk. 怒鳴ってすみません. I'm sorry for yelling at you. Donaru means, if you don't know, donaru means to yell. Next, giving or receiving favors is the te form plus あげる. Example sentence, 猫を助けてあげる or 猫を助けてあげます. I will help the cat for you. I will do this thing for you. And finally, we have doing something after doing something else. It's the te form plus から. 映画を見てから帰る. After I watch the movie, I will go home. So after you do what the kara is connected to, you will do this next thing. 勉強してから学校に行った. After I studied, I went to school. So yeah, as I said, those are just some of the basic uses or like things you could do with the te form. As I said, there's a lot more stuff you can do with it, but there's really so much that you're better off just like immersing yourself in the language and learning some of the nuances. These are just kind of the baseline things that you could start using immediately. Hope this video helped you, and see you guys next time.